to get this one started. And off we go from East Rutherford. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Forward. 118. What's that?
On the bootleg, it's Stroud. His pass complete to Jalen Knowles. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. This one out quickly to Knowles. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a first down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
118. What's that?
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That'll be intercepted. Picked up by Bobby Okereke.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
We'll go play action here with Dart. That'll be taken in by Pierce. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 14 on that play. 1 play, 1 first down.
22-yard line.
They'll run. It's the rookie from Alabama. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Once again, it's Pierce. And a much better result here. Give him 7, and it sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. Downfield, got him, and he's got it. First catch of this one for the man leading the league in receiving yards in the first month. He's got a first down as well. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
It's not often you see a pass that's out of the reach of this guy. I mean, 50-50 balls tend to go his favor more often than not, but this one kind of gets away from him just a little bit and falls incomplete.
On the ground, it's Pierce. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18.
19 Cardinal. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Out of shotgun. It's Dart. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
79 Bronco. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 19.
They'll go, and here's Dart. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they turn it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays out. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Pacheco. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Moving to his left. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to be stopped well short of the 1st down. Gain of 6, but it brings up 4th down. The Texans set to punt this one away. Back deep is Darius Davis. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground to begin the drive with Pierce. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
A gain there of 11. First down, Giants.
10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's a give to Pierce. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet.
So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Third down, they need 5. On the handoff, this is Pierce. First down and more inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. It's his 4th rushing touchdown of the year.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and Next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
This will be returned from the 6. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
All right.
He'll go play action with Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
On the quick, right? 18.
From the gun, here's Stroud. They're going to work this down inside the 45. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
All right.
Stroud to throw here on first down. This one complete to Higgins. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
A second down throw for Stroud. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And it's going to be fourth down. Amy Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This will be a 41-yard attempt. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Let's go now. Reload.
They'll start this one on the ground with Pierce. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. That's Henry To'o on the tackle. and 5. Throwing, dart. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. That's a spirit catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
At the 45-yard line.
Now Pierce. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
Right back to Pierce on first down. And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. Daniil Hunter with the stop.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Guard going to keep this on his own read, and he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
And this is really an area, Mike, that he excels in. He makes the right decision to keep the ball himself, and then when he hits the hole, he doesn't stop until he picks up the first down.
A play fake, now dart. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to get belted at the end, but he keeps possession of the football. Setting up first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal.
Let's go.
Here's Pierce. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
On second down, Dart, and unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
He'll try to throw it, and here's Dart. And this ball incomplete on third down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. In this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
From the 35, it's first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
He was trying to connect with his tight end, Dalton Schultz. And it'll bring up second down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient. But at others, he just misses too many easy throws. question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Stroud. Rolling to the left.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
It is 3rd and long.
All right. 18. What's up?
Stroud. He's got him at. That's Noah. The Giants going to call their 3rd and final timeout. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Here's Darius Davis to return it. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Here's Dart. As he throws there, it's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Dart going to throw here on 2nd down. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Dart gonna throw it again. He'll get that to the former Volunteer, Jalen Hyatt. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
We have hit halftime. We'll take a quick break, come back, 2nd half of that. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Well, The return, here comes Davis. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On first and 10, here is Dart. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect.
And he will go all the way. Touchdown, New York. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 6. Receiver in motion, headed left. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Here's a third down and 4. Here we go. Schultz, the motion man. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. And the Giants come up with it.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
They hand it off to Pierce. Open space inside the 10. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, New York. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in one game. That's his 3rd of the game, his 6th this year. Gano on to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Giants will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
27, Texans 6.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Once again, it's Pacheco. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
run up the middle with Pacheco. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
A give here to Pacheco. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. Fourth down coming up. The Texans getting all set to punt. He's on for the second time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. A run here with Pierce. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Ooh. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. That's good for a Giants first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the carry, it's Pierce. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
Here we go, set. 70 Timberwolves.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. Quick slant looked in by Neighbors. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. He was one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Quick throw to Neighbors on the RPO. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's another Giants first down.
19,
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
70, go.
Out of shotgun. It's Dart. The outside caught by Neighbors. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Your Giants.
So, 3 quarters now in the books.
10 yards to go.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So, not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. We see a lot of this as they begin the 4th quarter on the ground.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Panther 11, Panther go. Hot go. 19, 60 Bobcats.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. That's taken in. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
A 21-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Giants will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And a a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
32-yard line.
On the 2, right?
A handoff to Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down for Houston.
First down for Houston.
They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, here's Pacheco.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And he is very close to the first down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. They'll try it now with Pacheco. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down. Look wide. Get this one complete.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down and 4.
Here we go.
They'll run straight ahead with Pierce. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment.
Here we go. Set.
First and 10.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. Second and 11.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Go.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Go.
Third and long.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. fourth down. Austin McNamara is going to come in here to punt. That one hits at the 3, but goes in the wrong direction.